Hello everyone. So in the meantime, can you all share your biggest takeaway in meditation 101 till now? In the previous three sessions we had, takeaway doesn't need to be a specific topic or it's a specific quote or something, specific suggestion that I've shared. Takeaway preferably should be something that that you take away into your lives and you start to work on it in your life. So, what is your biggest takeaway from Meditation 101? Something you have learned and you have started on. Okay, someone answered three shifts. All of you remember the three shifts: circle of concern to circle of influence, short-term pleasure to long-term happiness, and pleasure paradigm to service paradigm. Okay, now I'm going to stop sharing and today actually my I am having some issue with my Wi-Fi, so I won't be able to turn on my video. I hope it won't be much of a trouble and let's move into the guided meditation. Indranil, you can probably share the presentation and move to the fourth session.
Yes, Bhayan. Actually, I am not among the meeting organizers or presenters, so I am right now unable to share. Will you please
Just
make
a
me?
moment. Just
Yes.
a moment.
Hello. Is this slide visible?
Yeah, it is visible. You can go to the fourth session. Yeah, I think it's already in the fourth session.
Yes.
You just need to use the left and right arrows to navigate.
Yes. So we will start now. Yes.
Yeah, you can move to the first slide, which would be the guided meditation. One more slide, like the next slide will be guided meditation. Okay, anyway, let's start with the guided meditation, whether the screen appears or not. Indran will actually you need to go a little backwards. A two backward movements may get you to the guided meditation space. A little bit more back. Keep going backward. Yeah. Once again. Okay. Anyway, leave it. Uh, let's let's start without the slides. As you do every day, at your own pace and in your own time, close your eyes and lower your gaze and bring your awareness to calm, balance, ease, stillness, and peace. Whenever your mind wanders, if there is any distraction, you just need to tend to it and bring your awareness back to calm, balance, ease, stillness, and peace. You need not be disappointed. You need not be frustrated. If there is a distraction, you just need to tend towards it and get back to your natural breathing pattern. In this space of calm and peace, keep breathing at your natural breathing pattern with your back straight. Now, on a count of four, breathe in through your nose. Hold your breath for 4 seconds on a count of four. And then release your breath through your nose on a count of four, which will be 4 seconds. Let's do this again. 4 seconds breathe in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds breathe out. One last time. 4 seconds breathe in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds breathe out. Now put your left palm on your stomach As you breathe in, feel your stomach to come out, and as you breathe out, feel your stomach going in. Repeat this for 5 times. Keep breathing in and feel your stomach coming out, and keep breathing out and feel your stomach going in. Rest your left palm on your thighs and place your right palm on your heart and repeat after me. You are exactly where you are meant to be. If anyone is around you, you can tell to them, you are exactly where you are meant to be. If no one is around you, you can tell yourself, you are exactly where you are meant to be. I am exactly where I'm meant to be. I am exactly where I'm meant to be. I am not ahead. I am not behind. This is my time. I am exactly where I'm meant to be. Take a deep breath in and feel all the empowering, uplifting, positive energy filling in your body. And as you breathe out, release all the toxic, negative energy as you breathe out through your nose. Breathe in, feel the positive. Breathe out and let go of the negative. Repeat this for 3 more times. Place both your palms on your heart and visualize the golden glowing ball inside your heart with all its shine and with all its energy glowing inside your heart. Imagine this golden ball getting brighter and brighter, filling all your body. And now imagine the ball, the golden ball of light traveling from part to part throughout your body, wherever you need to relax your body. Feel the ball traveling to that part and relax that body part. As the golden ball travels throughout your body, imagine your body filling up with this golden light. your whole body filling up with this golden light. In this space of energy and focus, relax your body, relax your palms, and repeat after me. Om Tat Sat. The absolute truth is eternal. This is what Om Tat Sat means. Repeat again. Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat. Now repeat this chant. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the actions, thoughts, and words of my own life contribute to that happiness and freedom of all. Repeat the chant. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Take a moment to assimilate this intention of universal peace, love, and brotherhood to settle down in your consciousness. As you witness the universe as a whole, in your own pace, at your own time, when you are ready, take a deep breath in on a count of four and breathe out on a count of more than four. Do this two more times. Take a deep breath in on a count of four. Breathe out on a count of more than four. Take a deep breath in on a count of four and breathe out on a count of more than four. Once you find yourself at peace, balance, comfort, and ease, reflect upon the most intense emotion that you are able to feel right now, whichever emotion it may be, feel through it thoroughly and let it go. If the emotion to, sticks to you, contemplate the root of this passion, where is it arising from? As you contemplate upon it, reflect upon how this emotion aff- is affecting you. Now, take a deep breath in on a count of four and breathe out in less than a second. Do this for five more times. Breathe in on a count of four and breathe out in less than a second. Now, at your own pace, in your own time, when you are ready, softly and gently open your eyes. Okay, good evening, everyone. So, welcome back, and you made it. You made it to the fourth day of Meditation 101, which is the final session of this workshop. And I congratulate and appreciate each one of you for taking out time consistently throughout the 4 days and being with us in an endeavor to invest in your own growth and in your own self development. Now, how was the meditation? In this meditation, I actually tried to give you a glimpse of various techniques which we have discussed yesterday. So it might not be so relaxing uh, as the meditations that have been earlier, but if you are really going having a very deep emotion that is uh, kind of bothering you, it might have given you some insights how reflecting upon your emotions works. Anyone, how was the meditation? Like, how did you feel it? We practiced sound meditation or the mantra meditation, we did breath work, we did reflection. Okay, Sridharan found it really nice. Thank you, Sridharan. Okay, now let's move on to the topic of today, which is broadly about practicing meditation. Yeah, Gaurav. It's actually a lot of times affirmations need not be only about you. I like affirmation need not always be about yourself. Like we need not always use I am. We can also use you. Like we can imagine that you are empowering someone else. Like you are saying someone else that you are also loved. You are also uh, at exactly where you are meant to be. This also actually breaks the barriers we have. Many people have this barrier of talking to others. They are quite shy or they are quite introverted, as they may say. They people actually have some barriers in speaking to others. They are very much bothered about how the other person would take it. So this way of affirming, where you say you are also exactly where you need to be, also breaks that kind of barriers of introvertedness or shy of speaking to others. Yeah, yeah. Amazing. So, any of you who heard some myths about meditation? Any myths that you might have heard or read on the internet?
It is
Anyone?
very difficult to practice and take long hours.
Okay, it is very hard.
It requires regularity.
It requires regularity.
If
Okay,
you missed one day, then it's gone. All the previous day was gone.
okay, okay. Any more myths that you might
It
have
is
heard?
it is a religious practice.
Okay, it's a religious practice. Any more? Okay, let's move ahead. Indranil, you can move ahead in the presentation. More ahead till you reach the myths slide. Yeah, actually, I have considered these two myths. Uh, One is that meditation is for the depressed, distressed, and the dying. Like people may think, I am very happy. Why do I need to do? Or I am really doing well in my life. So what's the thing about meditation? And there are many people who believe that I'm still young. There is a lot of time for me to take meditation and spirituality. So that is one big myth that surrounds meditation. And the other one is meditation is hard, which was the first myth we got. And I forgot or I didn't consider that myth, which is meditation is religious or spiritual, because I just gave a kind of glimpse yesterday on how taking meditation without religion or spirituality is just like using a high-end PC just to check your mails. So, yeah, let us again ponder upon the third myth, which I didn't cover in this slide. So, we can move ahead into why meditation is meditation for the depressed, distressed, and the dying. So, basically, till now we have studied the science of meditation, the benefits of meditation, and the techniques of meditations as well. And in the first session, we also had the brief glimpse of what breath, what meditation is, what your mind is. By now, you must have got this basic understanding that what meditation does is that it puts you on the path of growth. It puts you in a place of fulfillment, or it actually brings you to the place of, in a place of purpose. It gives you the clarity of thought where you can find the purpose of your life. So now you can tell yourself whether it is really meant for the depressed, distressed, and dying, or is it meant for all? It is actually meant for everyone who seeks a better life, who seeks a life of growth, who seeks a life of purpose and fulfillment. So you need not actually be depressed and distressed. You just need to be seeking a better life. But the irony of human life is that unless we hit the rock bottom, we generally don't consider seeking a life of growth. Unless unless we know that we are going to die, we don't think about living. Till then, we just think about existing and just about the survival. Whereas when we come to realize that we are about to die, that is when many people, not all of the people, but many people start living only when they realize that they are going to die. So, yeah, meditation is not for the depressed only, it is not for the distressed only, neither is it for the dying alone. But for the depressed, distressed, and the dying, meditation is an amazing, amazing technique to get better in life. In the real, I would request you not to go ahead of me.
Yes, yes, yes. I will keep eye on it.
Okay. So I hope you all got it now. If you are seeking for a life of growth, if you are seeking for a life of purpose, then meditation is for you. And also, guys, there is this amazing thing that we all need to learn, that when it is, when we are in a rough patch of our life, then it is quite difficult to think about growth or thinking about purpose and all this stuff. Only when you are on the summer, like when it is the best part that is going on, when you are comfortable with your life, then it is quite easier to learn or seek growth. If you don't grow when there is no chaos, then you can't survive the chaos. That's why when there are no chaos, when you have got time, then you must invest in your growth rather than being complacent. If you become complacent when there is no chaos, then you will struggle through the chaos. Don't they say that if you sweat more in the workout, you will bleed less in the war? The same thing. Now, anyway, Indranil has brought us to the next myth, which is meditation is hard. So you can tell me what is not hard? Staying fit is hard, obesity is also hard, job is hard, starting up is also hard, getting good grades is hard, also having low CPA, which is low pointer, is also hard. Becoming wise is hard, but ignorance is even harder. So is meditation hard, but living a life without all the beautiful gifts of meditation is even harder. So among all these things, you need to choose your hard. Which hard are you comfortable with? And you need to choose wisely. Like, you know, all of you are I hope all of you are IITians here. So you all have gone through the coaching. Coaching was hard, right? Wasn't it? If you haven't chosen that hard, which was coaching, now you would have been in some other college where the people would be struggling to get a job. So you need to choose your hard and you need to choose it wisely. Dear friends, our life begins with birth and ends with death. So it starts with a B, right? B for birth and D for death. What's in between? What's between B and D?
See,
Yeah, in between B and D, what we have is C. And this C stands for choice. Your life is what you choose. You make life through your choices. So yeah, accepted. Meditation is hard, workout is hard. Everything, many things which are good are hard, but there are a lot of things which are harder if you don't take this hard. And okay, and also on the other side of meditation is hard. It is not too hard, it is not that hard that you can't do it. It is not like that. Till now, in the 4 days, you must have experienced it yourself. In the guided meditations, you found it so relaxing and it was quite easy, right? It was not very difficult. It is actually not too difficult, but all it takes is that you need to put in some effort to sit down and give it some time. And then gradually you will achieve that flow state where meditation becomes easy as well. Indranil, we can move to the next topic. Okay. Also, we had this third myth, which is meditation is meant for religious people, or meditation is connected with religion and spirituality. Yeah, throughout the history and throughout the, like, at least human history, religion existed in some way or the other, because religion just means connecting back to God. uh, religio means fostering a broken connection, and re means again. So this has always existed. It is not that only after Jesus Christ was born, or only after the prophet has come. It's not like that religion came. Religion has existed all the while. It has been always there, because humans believe that, and also believe till today, that there is some purpose to life. And those who realize that the purpose of life is to get back to God or reconnect with God, those are the people who follow religion. Religion is just a path to God. So, and meditation is a key technique. So, meditation is a key technique in this path of getting back to God. So, it has always been connected to religion, and it has always been connected to spirituality. Spirituality is that self exploration where you find your spirit, which exists inside you. If you are focusing upon that spirit, then it is, it is called spirituality. And meditation is a very powerful technique to what to get on this journey of self exploration. So it has always been that way, but just the way yoga has been modernized or de-religionized, the same way meditation is also being de-religionized. But as I told you yesterday, if you do meditation only for the material benefits, like mental peace or a better lung power and all this stuff, then you are actually underusing and undermining the power of meditation. Nothing wrong. It's just that you are being a little foolish. That's also a myth that surrounds meditation, that it is meant for religious people. It is not that it is meant for religious people, but if you are doing meditation, better be religious, or better be spiritual, if not religious. Spirituality is that part. Like, spirituality also includes religion. Religion is one part of spirituality. Religion only talks about reconnecting, whereas spirituality talks about self exploration and then about reconnecting. Can someone confirm if I'm audible? I got a.
Yes, Priya.
Okay, thank you. Indranil, again, you are going ahead. Are you reading my slides or what?
Yeah,
Anyway,
actually, you stopped, so I thought that you want me to move ahead. Okay.
no, FAQs haven't been discussed, right? So these are a few frequently asked questions about meditation. All those people who either try or give it a try ask these questions. One of the biggest question asked is, as people, as they start doing meditation as a practice, they tend to lose taste. Like, the impact that they had in their initial meditation sessions, they can't find it as they go ahead. So that way people lose taste in meditation. This happened with me, and happened with many people I know, especially when they try this breath meditation. uh, Whether the breath meditations or some other meditations which are actually redundant and they are not really exciting. Whereas there are many meditations where you realize and realize exciting new things each time you meditate. Those won't easily lose the taste. Uh, Whereas meditations like breath meditation, etc., are are doomed to lose the taste most of the times. So this one thing happens, and also with most of the kinds of meditation, there is this thing called beginner's luck. Initially, when you start meditating, it's amazing, it's so powerful, and you love it. But as you keep doing, not just with meditation, with any kind of habit, as you go a little ahead, you feel that decrease, the diminishing in the return. But in most of the cases, in most of the techniques, you need to put in a little more effort there. You need to endure, you need to survive that part of your habit building. And once that happens, you achieve automaticity. And in most of the meditation techniques, you will also get back the taste again. You will start loving it again even more rather than what it was initially. And there is this thing called there is this another question that people feel disgusted while they do while they practice meditation. This happens because, see, the mind, as we discussed, is a recorder box of all the experience you have. So suppose you have a old storeroom in your home, somewhere in the corner, and there are a few corners which are left unused for so many years. So if you go there and start dusting, what would happen? All the dust would fall on your face, right? And that you'll feel as disgusting. The same thing happens with meditation. When you start meditating, after you practice it for a while, you start to actually clean your mind, as we discussed. And when you start cleaning your mind, you will find your own negatives, you find your own flaws. And there is a very good chance that you feel disgusted about your own flaws. There, what you need to understand basically is that you need to actually accept your flaws. Every human, humans are meant to mistake, right? So humans, what they say, man takes and mistakes. So you need to understand that it is the tendency of humans to mistake, and it is the tendency of your mind to accumulate all these impurities, the impurities we discussed yesterday: lust, anger, greed, illusion, pride, and envy. So these are common. It is fine that it is not a thing to worry, or it is not a thing to be disappointed that you have accumulated all these. Just the way a room catches dirt, or an unused corner in your home catches dirt, it is the same way that your mind also catches all these impurities living in the fast paced society that we are in. It is quite possible that we catch all these impurities. So, first thing you need to do is you need to accept, and then you need to explain or elaborate to yourself that you know it is already dirty, so it is wise to clean it rather than leaving it the same way. So you need to explain yourself, and you need to take that step of cleaning yourself. And it is not that once you have cleaned your mind, it will stay clean. It is just like a floor in the hospital. It's just like cleaning a floor in a very crowded railway station or a hospital. You keep cleaning, but people keep coming, and the floor keeps getting dirty, right? So this is a process. This is a continuous process that you need to do. But the first time you start cleaning, your mind gets a lot cleaner. And even later on, if people Like if impurities start catching up on your mind, you'll be able to clear them easily. You can relate this with the example, just the way it happens in railway stations or very crowded hospitals. Okay, let's take a break here, a short break, where I want to hear from you, those who all are here, that any of you tried building any habit till now, whichever habit it may be. Did you try building a habit, whether it be successful or not?
Huh. Yes,
Yes,
bhai.
sir. Waking up early.
Uh,
Yes, Sridharan, you can. Yeah, you people are anyway in the habit challenge. So, which habit have you tried?
yoga, bhaiya. So yoga first time it was like as you said with this experience, first week it was really nice. Then slowly
Okay,
the frequency came down.
okay,
So very similar experience like how you told here. Firstly, it was so motivated and those things happened, and then slowly the frequency came down. But then I'm trying now to do it regularly again.
okay. What
Hmm.
about you, Neeraj?
So waking up early. I tried
Okay,
this.
how's it going?
It's going well now. I mean, I'm
Okay,
able to wake up at six around six daily.
okay. Anyone else who would like to share something, which any habit they have tried developing, or any habit they tried breaking? कम ऑन न्यू ईयर पे तो सब लोगों ने ही रेजोल्यूशन लिया होगा.
Sir, I also tried for avoiding procrastination, but I'm not that
Okay,
successful in it. उसमें successful
okay,
नहीं होता.
okay. And others, I want to hear from others. Neeraj and Sridharan have been quite active. Okay, seems like people aren't active. Anyway, let's move ahead. Indranil, you can also move ahead. Okay.
It's very easy to.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. So here we will discuss a very powerful system to build any habit. This is not specific to meditation. This is general for any habit you want to build. So in this system, we'll have three things or four things we can call. It's a plan, a platform, and a path and process. So effectively, they are four, but I tried to put in three. So first of all, let's discuss the plan. You know, Indranil, please move ahead. Okay. You all must have heard about this thing called willpower, right? Willpower is quite exhausting. Like willpower basically comes in when you need to make a choice, this or that, this or that. And every time you make a choice, you are actually exhausting a little bit of your emotional energy and thinking power. So willpower is most of the times very exhausting, whereas this thing called habit power or the power of habit is what can make you achieve greatness. If you need to make a choice every day, the same choice, then it would get difficult. Whereas habit is that thing which makes it easier to perform certain tasks. There is a lot of science involved in uh, developing habits. There is something called neural pathways. The way your neurons chain with each other is called a neural pathway. And when you go on a neural pathway again and again, just like going on a bike through a farm, an agriculture farm. If you go again and again, there there will be a very clear route will be formed. The same way, if you access a neural pathway again and again, it becomes so strong that it almost becomes automatic. All the choices that you need to make will become automatic. That's why there is a lot of buzz around developing habits. It will make you less exhaustive, and it also helps you in achieving greatness, because greatness is a sum of is a product of consistency. Without consistency, it's quite difficult to be great. And habits help you in achieving that consistency. So now let's talk about this plan. For any habit you want to make, first of all, think of the whys. Why you want to develop this habit. You can all try this right now, or you can try it after this session as well. You can note down why you need to develop this habit. Whys. You need to have at least 2, 3 whys which are quite strong. You need to have the reasons to develop this habit. And then go to what. In what, be very specific of what kind of habit you want to develop. So whether it be the technique, suppose if we consider meditation, then you need to know the technique, the time, if not time, like the duration. To be specific, you need to know the technique, you need to know the duration, and that is all. For what. So in what, you just need to be a little more specific of what you want to do. And then comes how. So in how, you need to list out any things that you need for making this habit. Consider habit building just like building constructing a building. To construct a building, if you have a big plot, you can't just say that tomorrow we'll come and start the construction. You need to have a plan, you need to equip workers, you need to equip all the raw material that will be needed. All this must be done, right? The same thing we are planning to build a habit. And then comes where. In where, you just need to answer whether it will be in your room, or will it be in your living room, or will it be in a prayer room, whatever. However you may have your uh, yeah, however you may find the best place to meditate, you need to find out that in where. And then comes when. For when, there are also a lot of questions about when to do meditation. uh, so the best time to do meditation is in the morning on an empty stomach, whereas you can do meditation at any time, at any part of the day, at any time of the day, not a problem, unless it is something which involves intense breathing exercise. If it involves intense breathing exercise, it is always good to do before food. The like, it is harmless to do before food. After after food is not very recommended for intense breathing meditations. Whereas for all other meditations, they can be performed harmlessly at any time of the day. But if you have a choice of doing in the morning or evening, then choose morning. And if you have a choice of before food and after food, then choose before food. Or also you have this choice of before bath and after bath, then it's good to do after bath. Whereas if it is not possible, it's still fine. Not a big thing. So that's how you need to plan your when. You need to be specific when you want to do meditation. It can be at several times in the day. Like I do like one shift of meditation along with my workout in the morning before taking food, and one more shift of meditation before lunch, and one shift of meditation in the evening, and the last shift of meditation before going to sleep. This is how I do personally. So you can also plan out something that way, or it is actually good to do all the things together. But if you can't find out a big chunk of time, you can actually break down it into smaller chunks. And then comes another important thing, which is who. So for many habits, for many things you want to do, you will need some other person also. Suppose it is book reading, it may be good to have a friend who is also reading the book. Or whether if it is meditation, it is even good to have someone to do it along with you. It may be your parent, your sibling. If they are doing along with you, it will be even more motivating. Having an answer for this who will be a very added factor uh, for this plan basically. So if you can have a coach, it will be better. If you can have a companion, it is better. Or after a while, after you become quite expert, or if you become quite experienced in meditation, then you can also have a coachee, someone you are coaching, or someone you are actually helping with learning meditation. So having any person to answer this who will be very effective. If there is no one, you can just write myself. So I want you to write this down, not just think why, what, how, where, when, and how. I want you to write this down somewhere. I want you to write at least three reasons why, and you need to be specific while answering your what and how. You also need to think carefully for your where and when. And for who, if you have someone, it is really amazing. If you don't have anyone, then just write myself. This is the plan. Now let's move ahead to the platform.
But yeah, how long?
That also you can basically answer it yourself. That will be answered in what? You can answer it like doing mantra meditation for 30 minutes, or doing breath work for 15 minutes, or doing visualization for 10 minutes, something like that. You can answer all of that in your what. And then comes a platform which will help you in keep going in your habit. So there are three C's: coaching, commitment, and consistency. Coaching is not just this part, which is like, this workshop is just meditation 101, where we just discuss the basics of meditation. There are a lot more complexities, a lot more intricacies in meditation. So it is always good to have a coach, but if you need a coach, you can find out a lot of coaches. Meditation coaches are also available, but it can many times be a senior practitioner. Uh, Actually having a coach will help you in this way, that you already know a person who is 1 year ahead of you or 2 years ahead of you. So any kind of problem you might be facing, he will be able to help you out. And in the same way, he will also give you a lot of new things which you may not be knowing right now. So that's how coaching helps. And then comes commitment. Commitment is the most essential thing, whether you have coaching, whether you, sorry, I got it wrong here. I The three C's actually are coaching, commitment, and community. I mistakenly wrote consistency. Pardon me for that. So you need to have this commitment, whether you have a community or coaching. Commitment is a must. You must be committed to build this habit. And if you have a coach, you must be committed towards your coach. Just the way you all have been committed through these 4 days, right? You have committed 1 hour or 1.5 hour, hour of your time to attend this meditation 101 workshop. In the same way, if you have a coach, you need to be committed towards your coach, whatever he might be coaching you, whatever he might be training you with. You must be committed for that. And also, if you have a community, you must be committed to your community. You need to contribute to your community, so that is the way you also get back from the community. You shouldn't always be thinking to get something from the community. You should always think about giving something to the community. and whatever comes back is always a bonus. You must be in that mindset. So the three C's that will help you in building a very good habit is coaching, commitment, and community. With the platform set, now we will discuss the process, in which we will discuss several intricacies that you will face in meditation as you start practicing. First and most important thing is start small. The biggest mistake we do is we start big. There is nothing wrong in aiming big, but the problem is in starting big. I hope most of you are in your first year, so many of you might be having this C programming, right? How many of you have this C programming course? Yeah, Neeraj has, Gaurav has, Kriti also has. So, can you tell me whether you started with hash map or you started with hello world? Come on, guys, what have you started with?
Hello world.
Right? The aim, anyway, might be to reach the level where you can use hash maps, trees, graphs, and all of this. Even if you don't know right now, that is the aim, right? You become an expert in coding. That is the aim. But you will start small. First of all, you will try hello world, then you will try basic permutations and combinations and all this stuff, and then you will try the pattern printing and all this stuff, and then gradually, step by step, you will reach a stage where you can use the for loops, while loops, right? That is the way you do it, right? The same thing you must practice in developing a habit. But the second part is also very important. You must aim big. What happens most of the times when we say that start small is that you start small and stay small all the while. It happened with me that I wanted to develop this habit of working out every day. So I tried a couple of things. I tried a thing called 7 minute workout. It was going good, but it didn't have any warm up. So that way I injured myself, like as there was no warm up. And then I tried doing 10 sets of Surya Namaskara, something like that. It also lacked warm up, so it also injured me. Then finally, I came across a video which was like for beginners, and it in 15 minutes he covers all this stuff. He covers warm up, he covers exercise, and then he also covers breath work. So I started doing this, but for a long time, I'm still stuck to the 15-minute thing. Like I didn't go further. Like the more you do workout, the more good it is, right? Like at least doing it for 30 minutes is ideal. So this happened with me that I started small, but I am still stuck with the same small thing. That is when you need to reset. You need to press the reset button when you need to write down those plan again. You need to write why, what, where, when, with whom, and all this stuff. You need to write down again. So you need to plan this regularly, maybe once in a month or once in 2 months. You need to plan this ahead that I will reset my habit again. That was actually the last point, but I somehow directly went there. So let's get back to the start small and aim big again. So, perfectly start small and aim big is the key. Is the key for greatness, is the key for developing any sustainable habit. So start small. You can start as small as doing only 2 minutes per day or 5 minutes per day. It can be that small, no problem. But the important thing is you need to keep increasing that. If you start with 2 minutes this week, go for 3 minutes next week. The thing here is 2 minutes is the minimum. If you do 10 minutes, there is no problem. It's good. But the thing is, you need to do at least 2 minutes every day. No excuse. Right. This is while you start small. but after you go big, like suppose you reach the stage where you meditate for 30 minutes at least, right? Then what to do? We will discuss about it a little ahead. So while you start small and aim big, you need to be very consistent and you need to have a reward plan for yourself. कितने लोग स्नैपचैट यूज करते हैं यहाँ? Anyone? Okay, गूगल पे कोई यूज करते हैं? गूगल पे, स्नैपचैट? अच्छा, स्नैपचैट यूजर्स ही नहीं है, हाँ. Okay, I think Indranil uses Google Pay. He wants to say it. Yeah, okay. So Google Pay, how it has become so, so common among all the people, because it gives you these scratch cards. Still, it would tell you better luck next time, but it gives you a scratch card, which is a reward, right? You get a reward for paying through Google Pay. The same thing is with Snapchat. Those who don't use it, it's good. Don't like it's not so great thing to use. The secret of Snapchat is that they have these streaks. Like in within 24 hours, you must send a snap, and the other person must also send you a snap. That will add one to your streak. So people want to keep this streak going because there are two people involved. There is the other friend and you also, and you want to keep the streak going. You are obliged to keep the streak going. Suppose, like it reaches some 90 or 95, and one day you don't send a snap, then the whole streak is gone. You'll be, it will be awkward, right? Your friend will, you think that your friend may feel bad because the streak is broken due to you. The same thing you can try doing in your habit. If you have some friend who is also doing, building a habit, you can say that we both need to put in effort so that the streak will go ahead, right? You can try such things. You can have your own plan for rewarding yourself, and this reward should not be something, like if someone is dieting, then the reward must not be a pizza. It must be something else. It can be a book, or it can be uh, a good holiday. You can plan something like that. You can plan good rewards. And then comes the intricate part of habit building. One thing you need to understand is failure is certain. Like, failure is always possible. It's not that it is certain. Failure is always possible. For 10 days you might have done it consistently, but the 11th day there might be a disruptive distraction, or there might be a disruptive engagement which will not let you do it that day. So you should not think that, oh damn, like the whole thing was gone. It's not like that. It's just about your commitment. It's just like the sun. The sun is shining every day, but some days the clouds may the clouds may stop the sun from being visible, right? The same thing. Some days disruptions are possible. You must be prepared for that. You must be able to accept your failures and accept your failures positively. Positively in the sense, if you fail to do it one day, you must be positive to do it the other day. It's not like become complacent that ठीक है, एक दिन नहीं किया ना, दूसरा दिन ना करने से ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता. You should not think that way. So be prepared for failure, and then move from judgment to compassion. अगर मान के चलो किसी दोस्त का फेलियर हुआ है किसी भी चीज में, and he comes to you to share about his failure, then how would you generally respond? You won't say that you are a fool, you are meant to fail, you are incapable, you are undeserving. You won't speak it this way, right? You won't speak to him this way. You will say, ठीक है यार, फेल्यूर होता रहता है. You just need to, you just need to keep getting up again. You say this way, right? You will be compassionate with him. The thing is, guys, the advice we give to others, if we implement it in our own lives, our lives would be much better. हम जो advice देते हैं ना, like at least I give a lot of advice to a lot of people. So if I act upon all the advice up in my own life, then it would be better, right? So yeah, move from judgment to compassion. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge failures. Don't say that this is it all. Don't say it anytime. Just be compassionate. Just be kind to yourself. Say yourself that it's okay. You failed for 2 days. You failed for 3 days. No wrong. Nothing to worry. We'll get back again and we'll achieve what is to be achieved. You need to be a little compassionate to yourself while saying this. And then there is this very practical technique that will help you to be motivated. Suppose you did a meditation one day and you felt very positive, you felt very calm. Then just open your WhatsApp or create a group on your WhatsApp and make a voice note to yourself that today I did a meditation and it really feels relaxing, it really feels rejuvenating, and you can describe your own positive experience. In that short voice note, you can describe your own experience. And when a day comes when you are demotivated to do, you find no motivation to do it that day, that is when you need to play this voice note to yourself, and that will give you a lot of motivation. So inspiration is a driving factor here. Inspiration can be driven from your own positive experiences, or you can also read autobiographies or biographies of great people. How did they handle failure? How did Mahatma Gandhi handle failure? How did APJ Abdul Kalam handle failure? You can read the biographies and autobiographies of great people, and you will find out that how they handled failure. So even if it is a failure in your own habit, you need to learn or you need to get inspired to get back. Right? And then comes the ending part, which is be flexible. अगर मान के चलो जैसे मैंने प्लान बताया, सुबह एक बार, दोपहर में एक बार, शाम में एक बार एंड रात में एक बार. अगर मान के चलो एक दिन सुबह नहीं हुआ, like morning I couldn't meditate, then it should not actually affect the other part, right? Then I should either try to do double the duration in one of the shifts, or I should be fine with doing the other shifts properly. But it should not be like चलो सुबह तो नहीं कर पाया ना, अब इस दिन का छोड़ ही देते हैं. It should not be like that. You need to be a little flexible. If you can't perform in the morning, either try to adjust in the evening, or however it is possible. You need to be flexible a little bit with uh, with your own practice. And then comes the important part, which is reset regularly. Suppose you built a habit and it is going well. It has gone well through the summer. You are waking up very early and you are meditating in the morning. If you try to continue the same thing in the winter, it might be little difficult, right? So if it actually gets difficult, then you need to press this reset button and reset your habit a little bit. You need to change it in a way that it will be possible in winter also to do the same way. Like if it is a harsh winter in your place, then you'll need to surely change your sleep time. You'll need to change your meditation time and all this stuff, right? So that's what reset does. And every time you press a reset, you should try to answer those why, especially the why, because most of the times what happens is we lose motivation just because we forget the whys we started with. So if you can reiterate those answers of why, it will give you a little more dose of inspiration and motivation to move ahead. So that's how you need to reset regularly. You need to answer those 6 questions, and if you need, you should change your coaching or community, and you should change your reward plans. Whatever things you can reset, you should reset regularly. If it is all good, then it is fine to go the same way. But if there is something wrong, then you need to change it. That's what reset does. That brings me to the end of today's session. I don't know how effective today was because I couldn't turn on my camera, so I didn't really find it equally effective as the previous days. So, guys, this is the time for Q&A. Whatever questions you might be having, please throw them here, shoot them, and I'll try to answer them to my best capability. Any questions about today's workshop or the previous workshops? All the questions are welcome. Thank you, Sridhar.
Bhaiya,
Yeah,
Bhaiya,
yeah,
could you
that.
suggest some books for self-growth related to
Some
meditation,
books, some books, right?
to meditation and stuff?
Okay, okay. Yeah, just a moment. I think I have included that slide. I'm not sure. I'll tell you. Okay.
Yes, Bhaiya, you said something.
Yeah, in the real, I actually, uh, after a moment, I want you to reload the slides and go a little ahead.
Okay,
I'll tell you in a
may I
minute.
do it right now?
Till then, people can send your questions or
Questions.
queries, whichever you may have.
Sir, actually, I have missed the earlier session. So, is there any way to see those sessions?
Yes, sir. Actually, all the sessions are recorded and they are uploaded on our YouTube channel.
Okay, okay.
In the mail you have received today, if you have registered for this workshop, you must have received a mail. In that mail, we have given the link to the playlist.
In today mail?
Yeah, today, if you have received a mail from us,
Yes, yes, uploaded here.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, I got it. And is there any best motivational book for to keep
Yeah,
warm?
I'm just about to share that in a moment.
Okay.
If you have any other questions, please you can ask right now.
That's all. Thank you.
Any other questions? Indranil, are there any more questions?
Yes, I myself have posted one question. You asking accept that, right?
What about the books? Other than books, any question can be taken.
Yes, yes, Bhaiya, other than books.
Yeah, please.
We saw today that something
Okay.
about a reward
How to set
system for
reward
us.
system for ourselves. I like watching movies, but it's not that good. So can it be my reward? Okay. Yeah, like movies. Here you have told that I like watching movies, but it's not that good. Yeah, movies are not very good because they basically induce illusion. But there are many good movies that are coming these days, or you can shift to documentaries instead of movies. Documentaries are quite informative, so that can be used as a reward. Or it may be like, if you ask me, I personally made this reward that I actually started reading a book which I have been waiting for 2 years. Like it was announced 2 years ago. It's called Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. So I wanted to read this book from 2 years, but due to lockdown, the book release got postponed and all these things happened. So I wanted to read this book. So I made a reward system for myself in a way that only after completing 30 minutes of meditation, I can read this book. However long it may be, like I can read any number of pages of that book, but I can read this book only after I practice, like I complete my 30 minutes of meditation. I did this and it kind of helped me. Uh, Initially, I couldn't meditate and I couldn't also, like, couldn't complete the 30 minutes. And those days I didn't read the book. But later on, I started meditating 30 minutes and I started reading the book also. So you can try these kind of things. Something you have been always waiting for can be set as a reward. Indran, did it help you?
Yes, yes, bhaiya, I got it.
Okay. Indranil, I want you to reload the presentation, like reload the tab and then go ahead a little bit. There in the there in the conclusion, I have mentioned the list of books. After Sen 4, you'll get the conclusion. Okay, any other questions we have? I will try to practice meditation and will contact you if I face any challenges. Sure. Uh, okay, those who wish to contact me for any questions or queries, they can freely do so. I'm sharing my contact number. You can feel free to message me on WhatsApp, and there is a link that I have put in which you can find all my social media contacts. So yeah, this is the
Bhaiya, is
recommended
this
list of.
slide okay
Yeah,
or
this is the slide. This is
previous
the
one?
slide. This is the slide. So these are a list of books I would recommend to those who want to start practicing meditation. Uh, Not in this list, but the biggest recommendation I would give to anyone is the Bhagavad Gita, and also in Bhagavad Gita, specifically this version called Bhagavad Gita as it is, which is by the same author, uh, written here at the top, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. So the special thing about Bhagavad Gita is that many people just say that it is for the old, it is for the people who don't have any work. But if you just go by the basics, you will understand Bhagavad Gita was told to a person who is married, who is the prince, and who is amidst a battle. It is not that he has completed everything in his life and he's sitting. He's amidst a battle about to start. The battle is about to start, and he is completely confused what to do. Is this not our condition? We are amidst this material world with chaos around. Like, if not chaos, there are a lot of struggles and battles going on in our lives, and many times we are confused. So Bhagavad Gita is actually a very perfect book for everyone to read. It is the science of yoga. It has everything about mind. It has everything about life. It has absolutely everything that you need to learn in life. So that's the topmost recommendation. But people generally find it difficult to read it straight away. So that's why the top recommendation here is the science of self-realization, which will help you as a prerequisite to read Bhagavad Gita. And then there are these personal favorites, which are The Journey Home and The Journey Within, which is by a person called Radhanath Swami, who is actually a American who traveled across Europe, Asia, and he reaches India in his teens. And he, like, here he finds the true calling of his life, and he turns into Radhanath Swami. As well, he is Richard Slavin. So the journey home is that autobiography of that section of his life where he traveled from America to Europe, and through Europe he traveled throughout Asia and he reaches India. In this book, he shares a lot of meditative practices which he tried and which he practiced for some time, and he also shares his experiences with all the religions, all the world religions. And then The Journey Within is also a book by him in which he shares, especially beginning in yoga, how to start with bhakti yoga in specific. And then there is this light read, Life's Amazing Secrets. You might be knowing this author, Gaur Gopal Das. He's quite famous on social media. So, Life's Amazing Secrets basically talks about your life as a car. A car has four wheels, right? Personal life, career, relationships, and social contribution. So, in this book, Life's Amazing Secrets, the author talks about all these four dimensions of your life, and it is a very amazing book. I don't know how many people I have gifted this. Maybe 20 copies of this book I must have gifted to people because it is very easy to read. Anyone who doesn't have a habit of reading also can read it very easily. The vocabulary is easy. The concepts shared are very practical, and you won't find it boring. And then this book called Mind Your Mind, which I read just in 2020, and it's very, very powerful. It's very powerful about building your habits, about mind management. As we discussed in the first session, we discussed a lot about your mind. So, Mind Your Mind is a very good book if you are interested to know more about your mind and if you want to get better in mind management. And then this book called Think Like a Monk. It released only in the end of 2020, and I'm currently reading it. I haven't completed reading it, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's already one of the international top sellers. It basically talks about thinking like a monk rather than being a monk. This person, Jay Shetty, has been an ex-monk. He used to be a monk, and then he moved out of monkhood. So he basically shares how thinking like a monk will help you to live a purposeful life. And then there are two more books, Open Eyed Meditations by Shubha Vilas. It is like I shared yesterday in the techniques of meditation about open eyed meditations, meditating while observing the world. So this book has 64 such meditations about relationships, about communication, about career, and all this stuff. It's a good book to read. And then the most famous among mind books related to mindfulness, The Power of Now. So The Power of Now is also like a very famous book. I need not maybe tell about it. In this book, the author basically portrays the power of being present in the now. As we talked about mindfulness, he talks in depth about being present in the now. So these are the list of recommendations that I wanted to share with you all. You can take a screenshot of this and you can either see the reviews and understand which book would be good to you for reading, and you can give it a try. if you are completely new to reading books, then Life's Amazing Secrets is the best book to start with. I hope it answered whoever have asked for books. Yadarth and Mayank ji, did this answer your question?
Yes, Pierre. It sure did.
Okay.
And thank you for this information.
Okay. Any more questions?
I think if there are no more questions, I will take this opportunity to thank Neeraj Bhaiya for giving this wonderful 4 session course. And I personally feel, and I think all will agree with me, that a very special thing about this course was it gave us practical experience related to meditation, which is required in basics of it. Because by reading books or by simply seeing a YouTube video, we cannot get it practical experience. And I think all of us are aware of practical experience. I think a teaching process or learning process of anything is basically practicing it. If it was not like that, we would have given a small child theory of how to walk and he would have learned. We otherwise we would not have in our colleges practicals of different subjects. So that is importance of it, and it was very well covered in this course, which was very nice. And the special other another good thing is these slides are not of PPT, so they made it more interesting. Also, Neeraj Bhaiya has quite busy schedule, and he also reads a lot, so that also requires time. But despite that, he planned things so that we will be benefited by it. The He also cleared many myths about meditation which prevail in all of us before coming. Many of us may not know them, but there are myths. So if we do not know from earlier that these are myths, then also it is beneficial, because if someone will tell us no, that meditation will waste your time or that, then because we have experienced in some manner and also learn about this myth, we can understand, and we will not be confused at that point of time that is it really a myth or it is reality. And in our college there are many clubs and groups which teach us how to take responsibility or make us prepare to take this responsibility, develop skills in us. But I think there are very few organizations who means groups or clubs like SCS, which teaches us to handle the stress that comes with responsibility, and to find our own selves, help us to find our own selves. I think this was one of among that sessions which will address this issue. And as we have seen in comments also, we will be very happy to learn more from you and more sessions. So once again, on behalf of all participants, I thank you, Neeraj Bhaiya.
Thanks a lot. I am deeply grateful to each one of you who stayed with us till the end of the fourth sessions. And I can't actually express in words the gratitude I have to all of you. It has been a learning experience for me. Though, like, we did the same meditation 101 last year. It was an offline setting. Offline is actually very easier. We could see people, we could interact with them. The questions were free flowing, and there were a lot of things that are not involved. Like, I don't need to think about my internet connection and all this stuff. So even then, you all have been very cooperative, and you all have been tolerant of all the mistakes and all the things I couldn't get right. So I'm really grateful to all of you. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for showing interest in learning this amazing habit of meditation. And I hope all of you take something from this workshop and develop a good habit of meditation, which is widely considered as a superpower in this 21st century. And I hope very, very best to all of you. With prayers, thank you. Thanks from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you so much, Bhaiya. The coordination was really good and highly enlightening. Thank you so much for organizing this wonderful series.
Thank you, Sridharan.
Yes,
Thank you
thank
all.
you. Where can we have more such sessions? Like every Saturday, if
Yes,
you could.
on different topics like meditation also and whatever
Yeah.
experience your experiences, things like that. If you could share that, we'll be very grateful to you for those sharing those experiences.
Like it doesn't always
Yeah,
have to be a session exactly. We can just come and discuss various things.
Something
yeah,
like that.
surely. Uh, Surely. So actually, the thing is, last year after Meditation 101, we started something called weekly meditation circle. We have a place called Vishwakarma Temple, which is quite towards the corner of our campus, where we try to call people, but people act like it was something like during the sessions of Meditation 101, we had some 60 to 80 audience, but when we called for weekly meditation sessions, there were one or two. So that's why we didn't really think about it this time, but surely we will try to revive that meditation circle. This time, it being online, it may be a little more easier for us to organize and also for you people to join. So we will try to have them, and either weekly or bi-weekly, we will have discussions, and we'll try to have meditations weekly, some kind of meditation, whether it be guided meditation or group meditation. We can do it together. Uh, okay, so those who all are here, we will send a link to the WhatsApp group of Meditation Circle, and you all can join that. There you will receive updates about further weekly sessions and all this stuff.
Okay,
So
thank you.
Okay, and other your experiences also over the past few years, if you could share, that will also be really
hmm,
helpful.
surely
Uh,
we can plan such sessions as well. Okay, you want me to share now or in the further session?
Anytime, yeah, anytime. Like now
Okay.
also, I'm equally eager to hear that. Or afterwards also, I am equally happy to hear that.
Okay, in the interest of time, let us keep it to some other time.
Sure,
We
Bhaiya.
are
As per your
already.
wish, like anything is
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, sure, Sridharan. And also, as I have shared my contact, you people can freely contact me. Anyone, if you have any doubts, not just regarding meditation. I am also working as the convener of student counseling services. So even if you have any kind of concern in your college life, you can feel free to ping me or any of our student guides of student counseling services. So, with that, let's go to the prayer as we do every day. You can all repeat after me. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukhabhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all be happy. May all be free from illness. May all see what is auspicious, and may no one suffer. Peace, peace, and peace. That's it from my side, guys. Let's wrap the workshop on a positive note, and I hope all of you could learn something. And good night. It's goodbye
Good
from
night,
me.
Bhaiya.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
Bhaiya.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Good night.
You can all please share your feedback.
Good
I
night,
have shared the
Bhaiya.
feedback link. Your feedback is very important for us to improve. So you all can please share your feedback on that link. Those who have filled it earlier, yesterday or day before yesterday, you will get the option to give another response. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye, Bia. Bia, please share the WhatsApp link for that group.
Yeah, surely. We'll send you on mail.
Okay, Bia. Bia, I don't think that I registered it for beforehand, so
Okay.
I might not get it. Could you please put it in the chat box?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll put it in the chat box as well.
Okay. Thank you, Bia.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Bia.
everyone. Bye bye.
Bye, yeah.
Bye, Kushagra. Life is very short, but always be happy. Designer, problems will come and go. கொஞ்சம் மறுபாக்கி. Take it down and but and just leave it, baby. Life is very short, number. Always be happy. If you want to take turtles from fall, then just leave it, baby. Life is very short, Linda.